0. And now here, students, you can easily understand, if any of you are not understood until now, how to find out the direction of the A bar cross B bar. Now it's very easy, students. Okay, so now here also you can see here, first suppose let's say first vector is along x-axis, students. This is direction of vector product of two unit vectors. Now let us say this is the x-axis, students. Okay, x-axis unit vector is I cap, and this is y-axis, students. Y-axis unit vector is j cap, and this will be the z-axis where unit vector is k cap. So now suppose if a vector is lying along x-axis and another vector is lying along what you call y-axis. So now suppose if you want to calculate from A cross B, okay, students, or let us directly take the two unit vector, students. Okay, let us say I want the value of I bar cross j bar, students. I bar cross j bar. That means I bar is which side, students? Along positive x-axis. So first you have to place your, here you can see the hand, students. First it is placed along x-axis, and now we have to move towards, we have to curl our fingers towards which side, students? Positive y-axis. So therefore it is being curled. So our thumb is which side, students? Z-axis. So what is the unit vector along z-axis? K cap. Okay, anyway, according to the formula, what is the formula for A bar cross B bar? A bar cross B bar is equal to magnitude of A into magnitude of B into sine theta into eta cap. Okay, students. So now what is the magnitude of unit vector I cap, students? 1 into j cap, that is also 1 into sine. What is the angle between these two, students? Sine of 90 into what is the vector perpendicular to both the I cap and j cap, students? K cap, because our thumb is which side, students? Thumb is towards z axis. So therefore sine 90 is 1. So therefore 1 into 1 into 1 into k cap, which is equal to k cap, students. Okay. So I hope you understood how to find out the direction of vector product of two unit vectors. Okay. So now let us see the result, students. Okay. So let us say if I take this side as x-axis, this side as y-axis, and this side as z-axis. Now unit vector along x-axis is I cap, unit vector along y-axis is j cap, unit vector along z-axis is k cap. Okay, students. So now just now I calculated I cap cross j cap. How much, students? K. Okay, students. I cap cross j cap. Similarly, we can also calculate j cap cross k cap. How much you will get, students? I. Let us see how. J cap cross k cap is equal to magnitude of j cap 1, because magnitude of unit vector, no, students, 1 into sine of what is the angle between j and k, students? J and k. Right now j and k. This is j, this is k, students. This is j, this is k. So j cap cross k cap is equal to, now if you place your right hand in the direction of j and turn towards z-axis like this, then your thumb will be towards which side, students? Positive x-axis. And what is the unit vector along positive x-axis? I cap. So therefore 1 into I cap, that is I cap, students. So I hope you got this one. In the same way, we can also calculate k cross I, students. K cross I. K cross I means suppose this is the k vector and this is I vector, students. Okay, and this angle is 90. So what is k cross I, students? Here k cross I is equal to magnitude of k 1, magnitude of I 1 into what is the angle between them? Sine 90. Now k cross I means first you have to place your right hand 4 fingers in the direction of k, that means towards z axis, and turn your fingers or curl your fingers towards positive x axis. Okay, then your thumb will be which side, students? Towards upwards, that means y axis. And what is the unit vector along y axis? J cap. So therefore your answer is k cap cross I cap is equal to j cap. Okay, students. So that's how we will get the unit vectors vector product. Okay, students. If you want to easily remember, please remember this one, students. If you want to remember how what is I cross j, j cross k, and k cross I, please remember this one. Okay, students. Where in this first you take one circle and then first you write down here I cap, this is I cap, and here you write down j cap and k cap. And now please go in clockwise direction. This is called clockwise direction. Like this, if you go like this, this is called as clockwise direction. So now whenever we want, suppose let us say first one, if you want I cross j, suppose if you want I cross j. So first I and then j, they are in order only. So what is the next one, students? K. So therefore immediately you can write k. Suppose if you want j cross k, students. So now let us see first where is j here. J, and then you go towards k, and it is in same order, that means in a clockwise direction only. So what is the next unit vector, students? After k, I. So therefore j cross k is I. Next, if you want k cross I, students, k cross I. So first you see where is k, students, here. So k is here. So therefore, so go from k towards I, students, and it is in the same order, our cyclic order only, that means clockwise direction only. So after I, what will come, students? J. So therefore j cap. Okay. So if you can remember this small circle, and in this order, that is clockwise direction, I cap, j cap and k cap, and then whatever is given you can easily calculate from here, students. So I cross j, k, j cross k, I, k cross I, j. Okay, students, very easy one. And now we know, students, just now we have discussed that how a cross b is always equal to minus of b cross a, students. Correct or not, students? Okay. So if right now, just now we got I cross j as how much, students? K. So that means now opposite, j cross I will be how much, students? Minus k. J cross I will be minus k according to this formula. J cross I is equal to minus k. Or from this circle also we can easily calculate. So first one is j, students, they are asking. So if they are asking j first, so j cross I. So where is j, students? Here. Now here next vector is I. I means you are going opposite direction, students. So therefore j cross I will be definitely, the other vector is k only, but negative, because you are going in the opposite direction. So in that sense j cross I will be minus k, students. Okay. Same way k cross j, k cross j, k cross j. K is here, students, j is here. So you are going back. That means anti-clockwise direction you are going. So that means minus of I. And similarly I cross k, I is here, students, k is here. You are going opposite to the direction of our clockwise. So I cross k is equal to minus j. So either you remember like this by the by this equation a cross b equal to minus of b cross a, or you can remember this circle, students. Circle is very, very easy, students. And now here one important thing is there, students, where I cross I. What is I cross I, students, here? What is that part we have not discussed. So what is I cross I, students? I cross I. Okay. So right now, suppose if this is x-axis, I cap will be like this, I cap will be like this. So now according to the formula, what is the formula for cross product, students? A bar cross b bar is equal to AV sin theta, students, into eta cap. So now A is the magnitude of A vector. So that means what is the magnitude of I cap, students? 1. What is the magnitude of B I cap, students, here? 1. Into sine of, what is the angle between these two unit vectors, students? I cap and I cap, sine 0. So here itself we can say that it is 0 irrespective of direction. So that means whenever you do the cross product of same vectors, the result will always be 0. So that means I can write it as I cross I is equal to 0. Same way j cross j also will be equal to 0, and k cross k also will be equal to 0, students. So this is the standard results. That means vector product of unit vectors. And I cross j will be k, like that, like in the previous slide we have given I cross j equal to k, j cross k equal to I, k cross I is equal to j, students. Okay. So I hope you understood this one. Still, if you are not understood, please refer this video, means watch this video again and again. Then you will understand, students. It's very easy. Initially, it is very difficult to know how to calculate, but once you know how to calculate, it's very easy. Afterwards, it's there is nothing here in this direction of vector product. So here, so after completing the definition, now let us see the properties of vector product, students. So first one is, first and foremost important thing is the order of vectors matter. The order of vectors matter, students. Suppose here there is a vector A bar and here there is a vector B bar. And when you are calculating A bar cross B bar, now you have to go from A to B like this. So when you, here A and B are in the plane of the board. So when you are going like this, students, your thumb is which side, students? Outside. Thumb is towards outside. Thumb is outside of the board. Outside of the board. Outside of board, students. Okay. So thumb comes out. And if you are going from B to A, that means you have to start from B and go towards A. Then the thumb is towards inside, students. Okay. So the thumb is towards inside. So this is one of the most important property, where according to that A bar cross B bar is equal to minus of B bar cross A bar. So this is a very, very important result, students. And if two vectors are parallel, the vector product is 0. So this is the standard result. And if two vectors are perpendicular, vector product is maximum. Okay, students. So these are some of the properties. The most important thing is the direction of vector product, students. That's all. Okay. Now, how to calculate the vector product when the vectors are given in the form of unit vector, students. Okay. Like for example, here of course they have given 3 dimensions, students. A bar, if suppose let's say if A bar equal to AX I cap plus AY J cap plus AZ K cap, and B bar is equal to BX I cap plus BY J cap plus BZ K cap. Then if you are asked to calculate A bar cross B bar, students. Okay. If you are asked to calculate A bar cross B bar, then what we have to do is actually we have to multiply like AX into I cap plus AY into J cap plus AZ into K cap cross of the second vector. That means BX into I cap plus BY into J cap plus BZ into K cap. Okay. Now you have to take the first vector and then multiply with the entire this thing. That means AX into I cap cross of BX into I cap plus BY into J cap plus BZ into K cap. Then plus again you have to take the second vector and then multiply with this entire second one. That means AY into J cap into BX into I cap plus BY into J cap plus BZ into K cap. And then third one, that means plus AZ into K cap and then BX into I cap plus BY into J cap plus BZ into K cap. Actually this is the standard procedure, students. Now each one you have to multiply like this, like this, like this, and then you will get 3 what you call results. I cross I. I cross I just now we have seen, students, 0. I cross J, K cap. I cross K. Okay, students, that means minus J. So like that you have to write down 3 terms here. 3 terms you will get like this. And then again you have to multiply this one with this one like this, second like this. Okay. And similarly third one like this you have to multiply. So this is the standard procedure, students, which will take very what you call, it will take lot of time and also so many steps. Instead of that there is one shortcut how to find out this A bar cross B bar, students. So now let us see how to calculate that A bar cross B bar, students. Okay. So whenever we are given two vectors, suppose A vector is equal to AX into I cap plus AY into J cap plus AZ into K cap, and second vector is B is equal to BX into I cap plus BY into J cap plus BZ into K cap. Whenever we are given two vectors like this, and if you are asked to calculate A bar cross B bar, the easiest method is what you have to do is you take one determinant, students. I hope in your mathematics you must have learnt or not, I don't know. There is one chapter called as determinants or matrices. in the chapter called matrices, you will be asked to find out what is the determinant value. Okay, AB minus CD. If it is a 2 by 2 matrix, then you just have to calculate. Suppose this is ABCD is a small matrix, 2 by 2 matrix. What is the determinant? Determinant is equal to AD minus BC. That means a product of opposite minus product of this opposite, diagonal. Okay, students. So this is the way we calculate the diagonal determinant of a 2 by 2 matrix. Now here, so first of all, we should write a 3 by 3 matrix, students. So where first one I cap, here actually here we should write down as J cap, students. I cap, J cap and K cap. But here for J we should always write minus. Okay, students. Y and all is not required. Just remember that one. And now write down the coefficients of I cap, J cap, K cap in A vector, students. That means I am writing AX, AY and AZ. Okay, students. Next one, I am writing the coefficients of I cap, J cap and K cap in B bar, students. This is BX, BY and BZ. Okay, so first we have to write like this. So now the magnitude of A bar cross B bar is equal to, okay, how to calculate is, first take I vector, students. First take I vector. Okay, so if you take I vector, okay, students, if you take I vector, we should draw one line like this and one line like this. That means we should draw one line in a row which consists of I cap, and we should draw one column which consists of I cap. Okay, students. So now that means this is eliminated. That means this red line, whatever the red line we have drawn, that those elements are eliminated. That means now remaining are what, students? AY, AZ, BY, BZ. So this is like a 2 by 2 matrix, students. So how to calculate 2 by 2 matrix determinant value, students? Product of this diagonal minus product of this diagonal. Okay, so that means AY into BZ minus AZ into BY, students. That's all. Okay, and then next, whenever we are asked, next after that I cap, then J cap, students. So J cap, for J cap we will always write minus J, students. Okay, so for J cap we will write minus J, students. So for minus J, what we have to do is, again I am drawing separately here. Okay, where AX, AY, AZ, BX, BY, BZ, and here this is I cap, J cap and K cap, students. Okay, now here the red line should be drawn in the column of J cap and in the row of J cap. That means these are eliminated, students. Now what are the remaining, students? This one and this one. So that means minus of J cap into AX BZ minus BX AZ, students. Okay, plus K cap. Now how to calculate the determinant of K, determinant for this one, K cap? So again we can draw this one, students. Okay, again if I draw here, this is I cap, J cap and K cap. This is AX, AY, AZ, BX, BY and BZ, students. Now here we have to draw the red line. That means we should not consider that row and that column, students. Which row and which column, students? That row which consists of K cap and that column which consists of K cap. So the remaining we have to calculate the det. That means AX into BY minus BX into AY. So that means AX into BY minus AY into BX. Okay, students. So that's how we should calculate the magnitude of A bar cross B bar if the vectors A bar and B bar are given in unit vector form. Of course here they have given in 3 dimensions, students. I cap, J cap and K cap. Okay, students. So this is slightly difficult and lengthy, but doesn't matter, you have to learn it. So as you hear again and again, it will become easy, students. So in the beginning you may feel that it is difficult, but it's not difficult, students. So now this is the, so now after understanding how to calculate the how to calculate the cross product, students, I am giving some homework here. So first one is how to calculate the cross product, students. Okay, So here you can see the cross product or vector product. So first one is find A cross B, mod of A cross B. That means you are just asked to calculate only the magnitude. Just now we have done this one. Okay. So I think I'll solve first one problem. Remaining problems you can easily solve, students. Okay. So first let us take first problem. If A bar equal to I cap plus 3j cap, A bar is equal to I cap plus 3j cap minus 2k cap, and B bar is equal to minus I cap plus 3k cap, minus I cap plus 3k cap. Then what is the magnitude of A bar cross B bar? That is the first problem, students. So I am doing the first one. Remaining problems you can do it easily. Okay. So how to do this one, students? So the mod of A bar cross B bar. So for that what you have to do is first you have to write down the matrix, student. First you have to write down the matrix. Okay. So in that matrix first write down I cap, J cap and K cap. But for J cap we should always write minus. And then now you write down the coefficients of I cap, J cap and K cap for A vector. Okay. So that means 1, 3 and minus 2, students. And now next one is write down the coefficients of I cap, J cap and K cap for B vector, students. For B vector. So for B vector I cap coefficient is minus 1 and there is no J component here, students. So that means we can write 0 and K component coefficient is 3. So therefore 3. Okay, student. So now how to calculate this determinant of this matrix, students. So first one, let us start with I cap, students. So I cap into, I am writing the small matrix, students, such that you can easily calculate the determinant of that small matrix. Like suppose, so first what I have to do is, if I take I cap, students, I have to leave that entire row consisting of I cap and entire column consisting of I cap. So the remaining elements will be 3, minus 2, 0, 3, students. This is the det. This is the actually det of 3, minus 2, 0, 3. And then minus of J cap into, again here, for calculating this determinant, we should eliminate that column which consists of J cap and that row which consists of J cap. So that means the remaining will be the det of 1, minus 2, 1, minus 2, minus 1, 3, students. Okay. So plus K cap into, again we have to take the, now we have to eliminate the column consisting of K cap and the row that consists of K cap. So the remaining elements will be 1, 3, minus 1, 0, students. And now we can easily calculate the determinant of these 2 by 2 matrices. That means I cap into 3 into 3, 9, minus of 0. Okay, student. Minus of J cap into 3, minus of, here minus 1 into minus 2, 2, students. Okay. Plus K cap into 1 into 0, 0, minus of, here 3 into minus 1, minus 3, students. Okay. So that is equal to how much, students? 9 I cap, 3 minus 2, 1. So that means minus J cap, and here minus of minus plus 3, students. Okay. So that means plus of 3 K cap, students. Okay. So that is equal to, okay. So if you are asked to calculate the magnitude, students, okay. So you can easily calculate the magnitude. So magnitude of that is equal to under root 9 square plus 1 square plus 3 square, students. So that is equal to root over 9 square 81 plus 1 82 plus 9. So that is 91, students. So that is equal to, so the answer is root 91, students, here. So root of 91. Okay, students. So that's how we'll calculate the cross product of two vectors, students. If A vector is this one, B vector is this one, what is the mod of A cross B? First we'll get one vector, but for that you have to calculate the magnitude, which is equal to root of 91. So in a similar way, you can do this second one, third one and fourth one as homework, students, which is very, very easy. Just follow the same procedure which I have followed here. Okay. So now fifth question is, in fifth question there are many parts, students, but the question is find a unit vector perpendicular to both the vectors. Okay, students. So here there are two vectors given in each part, and now you are asked to calculate that vector, not just vector but a unit vector perpendicular to the both the vectors. Okay. Now we know the definition of cross product, students. A cross B is equal to mod of A into mod of B. That means A magnitude of A bar into magnitude of B bar into sine of angle between the two vectors into eta cap. So this eta cap is nothing but called as the unit vector perpendicular to both the vectors, students. So from here we can always write down unit vector perpendicular to both the vectors is equal to A bar cross B bar divided by A into B into sine theta, students. Okay, students. So that is equal to A bar cross B bar is equal to A into B into sine of theta into eta cap, students. Okay. So eta cap can be calculated as eta cap is equal to A bar cross B bar by AB into sine theta. Where A bar cross B bar, again you have to follow the same procedure what you have followed for the first four problems, students. That means you have to find out the det, and then you have to calculate the vector, and then you have to calculate the magnitude. That is the numerator part. Divided by A into B into sine theta. Now A is nothing but the magnitude of this one, students. A is the nothing but the magnitude of first vector, and B is the magnitude of the second vector, and sine theta is the angle between the two vector, students. Okay. So if you calculate this one, then you will get the unit vector which is perpendicular to both the vectors. Okay, students. So this is I think I'll solve one problem, then you will understand. And then next one is next one is we'll see the uses of uses, students, where the uses, there are two uses, students. Okay, anyway, students, for this session I think in the next session I'll start with the fifth problem. Okay, students, for this session you just solve only the first four problems, students, and from next session, in the next session I'll start solving the fifth problem. One or two problems I'll solve, and then we'll go to the next topic, that is called as uses of vector product. What are the uses of vector product, and what are the uses of vector product, particularly in physics. That means to find out the torque, students. Okay. So for this session I'll stop here, students. I hope you understood what is meant by vector product and how to find out the direction of vector product, students. Okay. So if any one of you feel that it is very difficult and I am not able to understand, if you want you can skip this topic also. So it's not a what you call immediate thing that we have to learn. Just for the completion of course we have to learn, so therefore we are teaching. But otherwise, if any one of you feel, then you can skip it, this one right now. But the addition and subtraction of vectors is very, very important, students. That part you should not skip from this topic of unit vectors. Okay, student. But still, it is not difficult. You can just, if you watch the video 2-3 times, you'll understand easily, students. Okay, student. So we'll continue with the this vector product in the next session, students. Thank you very much.